customer loyalty is really also the first customer in your business is you. So the first loyalty to the business is you, all right? The probability of selling to an existing customer is 60 to 70%, while the probability of selling to a new prospect is only 5%. So we spend a lot of time putting stuff on social media, which is good and very commendable. However, we need to have a strategy to continue nurturing those that are existing. And many times people ask me, Frida, if they're already existing, what else can I sell to them? And that already is a red flag because it tells me that they're selling one thing. For instance, if you sell coffee cups, all right? You can, once you've sold that coffee cup, you're wondering, okay, where am I going to sell them another coffee cup? You have to think of something else to sell them. 65% of a company's business comes from existing customers. Again, we need to figure out how to continue nurturing the existing customers so that they can buy from us. Companies agree that customer retention is cheaper than acquisition. It's cheaper because there's less times you call the person, the engagement is faster, there's already an existing relationship. You know that people buy from people that they know, they like, and they trust. And for people to know you, like you, trust you, takes time. So while that time is being taken, what is going on? There needs to be a relationship going on. But we are very caught up with just having a transaction. Excellent customer service does not mean perfection, by the way. Excellent customer service just means that you're providing quality. The biggest thing about excellent customer service, especially for us small and growing business owners, is that you respond, all right? Respond quickly. And responding quickly does not mean responding with the solution. It could be responding with a solution. It could also be responding with an option. So the product, the value proposition is one of quality. That means whatever you are providing is solving their problem and meeting their aspiration. Or number one, the quality. Number two, it is convenient to get it. Customer loyalty is a measure of a customer's likeliness to do repeat business with you. All right. So one, whatever you're providing is solving their problem. There's an upgrade, there's an upsell, there's another partner that you're helping them to sell. For instance, if you have a network, once the people get into the network, they're also able to get other people to engage with. So your goal is to ensure that they are engaging. That is excellent customer service. So likeliness to do business with a company or brand, it is the result of customer satisfaction. Customer satisfaction based on, you cannot satisfy a customer until you know them. And for us to know the customers, we need to do some research, which is expensive for small and medium growing business owners. But with social media, with all this digital stuff, you can do some research and find out what people think about your programs and whether they're getting satisfied or not. So the loyalty circle, I'm going to share with you 3 things. If you know me by now, I always share 3 things because the mind remembers 3 things. So how do we acquire clients? Because you cannot get them to be loyal if you have not acquired them. And you cannot get them to be loyal if you have acquired the wrong one. I'm going to share with you how to acquire, maintain, and have impact with your customers. All right. So I call it the loyalty circle, because without impact, there'll be no loyalty. Impact shows that you are transforming lives. They're talking about you. They are satisfied. They're happy with you. There are 5 questions that are asked in client acquisition to assess if your client acquisition is on track. If your car where do you take your car? You take your car to the garage and you say, there was a noise I was hearing, then, the guy says, okay, come back at 10. Or you park the car there and, you do something else. And when you come back, he tells you, actually, we looked and we also saw, I don't know, fan belt, I don't know, plugs, I don't know what are missing. So a good mechanic, like a good business advisor, will not just look at the pain that has brought you, but will look at the whole circle. And that's why we start with client acquisition. And to make it very easy for you, I've created a poll here. And in this poll, you're going to take the poll and it will help me answer your question. It will help me guide you through this process of client acquisition before we maintain them and get impact from them being loyal with us. Many people, their attraction strategy is to post on social media. Now that is a good strategy, but not a great one. And good is often enemy to the great, because posting on social media will get you likes, but having an attraction strategy will get you leads. The difference between a like and a lead is that a lead, you have their phone number and you have their email, you can nurture them. You can know them and you can start this relationship towards loyalty. Question 3 is, do you convert enough of the right prospects into clients to support your needed sales? Question 1 is, are the sales you're making generating appropriate revenue to meet your obligations? Your obligations are operations, your salary, and your lifestyle. So, because your business is supposed to meet that, supposed to pay you salary, the people you have salary, do your operations, and stuff like that. Do you know what the company sales performance must be to support your personal comfort? 32% say yes, 14% say no. So yay for the ones that say yes. This question means that you are generating enough sales to meet your obligations. So in case it is not the truth, you can go back and change that, all right? You need to be generating enough sales to make sure that you're meeting your operations and your obligations. Many times we think of operations only, how the company is run. Few times we think about our obligations. Obligations is your salary, getting out of debt, doing what you need to do with the money that the business is paying you. Not the money of the business, because there's you, operation, there's you, obligations, and there's operations, which is business. So please remember that, all right? Customers like to feel welcome. They like to be acknowledged. You notice when you come for Biashara Club, we acknowledge you, we say Karibuni Sana. We tell us your name in the chat and all that. If you go for a physical meeting, KCB staff spoilers. When we go for physical meeting, they're all there ready, waiting for us, making sure we have juice. I love working for KCB. So do you have a system? I was going to say a strategy. Do you have a system where people get to know, you can get to know how people are feeling about what you do? So for you to be able, once we're talking about loyalty strategy, so number 1, you need to acquire the client. Number 2, you need to know who the client is by collecting their data. Number 3, you need to have what I call a loyalty dashboard. You need to know that you need to have multiple products, multiple services, so that you're not just relying on one. One good example of someone relying on one is that person that sells to the government. It is fantastic selling to the government, but that is just one stream of revenue. And the government sometimes can take long to pay you back. So what are you doing between the time you have supplied government and in between? I always say that your passion is the only security you have, because while you're waiting for the government, there are other skills that you have that you can package, that you can be selling while you wait for the government, and this will also give you a stream of revenue without getting you too tired, all right? There are people who make noise about your brand that are not your target audience, and you must understand that there are people that, there'll always be people that will talk badly about you. It's not the end of the world. What you need to, on your dashboard, you need to see how many people are talking badly about you. Feedback is not fatal. Feedback is food for champions. Champions take feedback and they grow their muscle, all right? So when people give you feedback, don't just wait to hear good things about yourself. Just like when you're eating, sometimes you need to eat the vegetables that are not so good so that you can grow strong. So when people, like I remember in our mentorship program, somebody gave feedback and said that they'd like to engage with different mentors, because I'm always giving people broccoli. I didn't fall down and die. It gave me a wonderful idea. I said, you know what? We can give them access to the resources, and they choose the mentor that they want, and they pay for every mentorship session, free forever. All right. So anytime people give you feedback, you can get, I always say two things can happen. When you're given feedback, you can be getting wisdom, or you can catch feelings. So you must make sure that when you get feedback, you look through it. Is this my target audience? And that is the problem. If you don't know your target audience, then you get offended at everything. Your company profile is like your CV. You tweak it for the appropriate customer. So you need to have these things in a folder so that when opportunities come, you're not making excuses. Oh, I don't have a good picture. take a good picture, and you can take a good picture on any white wall, or you can go to the studio and take one picture, not those passport pictures. All right. So when it comes to incentives, you can, based on who the client is, you can give different incentives. We give people 10% back. If you bring a new member to our network, you get 10% back. And 10% back, our membership to the network is 15,000 a year, and you get access to different business growth resources. And you get 1,500. 1,500 is not a little money. It can buy you milk, it can put you gas. So loyalty dashboard. You need to look at your business as a value contributor, not just making money. Because when this person comes at a premium and you're looking at them, hata hajalipa na nasumbua watu. No, hajalipa lakini anapewa maziwa, anone akuje hapa juu. So you take care of them, because I'm a Christian and I believe that when we sow seeds, we get a harvest. Sowing seed is not just money. Sowing seed is whatever good you do prospers. Any good okay, whether you do good or bad, whatever you do will prosper. So that's a story for another day. So you want to measure satisfaction, measure your milestones, look at the suggestions, use them to be innovative and to keep your business fresh, and have some incentives. If you've been around 90 days, you're going to get a spotlight. People like anything that is going to increase their visibility. So remember, for there to be loyalty, then you see, loyalty is an outcome. Like I said earlier, an outcome is cause and effect. There's something that you're doing that is making me loyal to your brand. There's something that Safaricom is doing that is making us stick to Safaricom and not move to Airtel. Impact is what makes you a valuable brand. If you look at Safaricom, Safaricom normally, they say simple, transparent, honest. But you find that they spend a lot of money in the communities where they start their work. All right. If you live in Nairobi, you won't see that. But they support schools, they put solar in schools, so they really care about their community. So you and I, as small business owners, what can we start doing to impact our communities visibly? That is what impact is about. That is what will make people loyal to you, because you'll be top of mind. It's not about advertising only, but it's also about the actions that you take, the relational currency that you're investing in these people.